Hello. So today we are just chilling, listening to some music, trying to stay warm in my cold garage slash studio, and working on some random projects, working on Kidder a little bit. Also today, excuse me, I'm working on the legendary Greg Dean's video. He is the professor of stand-up, professor of comedy. He also has his name on the Comedy Store wall, like out there in front of the Comedy Store. They have all the famous people with the names up. His name's on that wall too, for juggling or something. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking with you, Greg. um, but I've taken a bunch of his classes in the past, and he's a fantastic guy. And I'm helping him out. Like, I help him edit some videos, some of his comedy videos, stuff he teaches. And so anything I can do to help. But also, like, we talked about it, and he said he likes my style. The stuff I have done on YouTube, he's seen a lot of it, and he likes my editing style, whatnot. So I'm going through and taking and chopping out all the audible pauses, inaudible pauses, and shortening it up. So, this video originally was almost 18 and a half minutes. I'm not even done. I'm 10 minutes into it, and I've already chopped off almost 3 minutes of random, like, pauses. Like right now, you hear my talk, my natural speech pattern. I have a lot of pauses. When I start talking, I'll start talking really fast, but then I'll get into my thought. I start thinking, and I'm like, and I'm okay with the pauses. Again, I'm not going through re-editing these. That takes up so much time. Doing this takes up a lot of time. I've done just over 10 minutes of his 18-minute video, and it took me just over 2 hours to do that. And some of you maybe you do that, and you're like, oh man, that's freaking slow. Well, man. I don't care. I'm going at my speed, but anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm listening to music. Some it used to be a lo-fi cow, but now it's a lo-fi girl on YouTube. They just stream nonstop. 13.6 million subscribers. That's insane, dude. It's a holiday edition. Anyways, it's chill music. I have to listen to really soft, chill music, especially when I'm driving. I try to. If I'm by myself in the car, I listen to really relaxing music. One, with no lyrics. One, because then I can run jokes in my head. My internal monologue is always going. It's always going. So if I listen to music where someone's singing about their bullshit, because that's what music is a lot of times. Like, country songs, like, all my exes live in Texas. Like, who gives a shit? I don't care if your exes live in Texas. Like, get over it, bro. Why'd you leave Texas? But everyone put, like, if you're singing about, your addictions, you're singing about your vices, you're singing about love, sex, drugs, rock and roll, you're singing about random shit. And when you hear the lyrics, you're like, la, 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 la. Eminem, domestic violence, drugs, and freaking, it's like Tim McGraw, heartache, and Native American picnics. Yeah, whatever, dude. They sing about their bullshit, and now you're thinking about their bullshit instead of focused on your own stuff. So for several years now, I listen to classical music. I listen to lo-fi hip-hop. I listen to, if there is some lyrics, like, I'll listen to, like, Zoo. Like, I love that dude's stuff, man. Amazing music. But there's some singing in it, but very little. Very, very little. And it's kind of blended into the music. So I'm not sitting there singing, driving. What is that? What's that impression? Thinking of, like, Terry Crews. Was that White Chicks? Terry Crews from White Chicks? And I see you. And I missed you. I love Terry Crews. He's so funny. But yeah, I'm working on this stuff tonight. Also, I got to change out the YouTube banner because right now my YouTube banner says the Chris Kidder at all the social media stuff, and that's all wrong. You know why I changed it? I changed from the Chris Kidder to just Chris Kidder Comedy because it's easier just start with my name, Chris Kidder Comedy. Obviously, you start if you go to Instagram and start typing, you type Chris Kidder fully. I'll probably be in the top 5. So you'll see me. You'll see Chris Kidder Comedy, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's him. He's a comedian. The Chris Kidder got annoying because it was like trying to explain to people like the Chris Kidder, and they're like D. I'm like, no, dude, the, and then I'd say the Chris Kidder, and they're like, duh, Chris, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? People are fucking idiots, dude. Not you. I love you. But like for real, like the Chris Kidder, like the one and only, like the only Chris Kidder. Like, what is so freaking challenging with the Chris Kidder? I'm trying to. I wanted just Chris Kidder, but there's some dude. Some dude. I think he's a Hispanic guy. His name is Chris Kidder. He literally works like a half a mile from my house over here at Disney Imagineering. He works in the finance department, and I know this because I interviewed with them when I was coming out of USC, and they're like, "Oh, we already have a Chris Kidder in our office. What should we call you?" And I'm like, "Chris Kidder. That's my name, bitch. The one and only." The one and only Chris Kidder. That's too much to type, so I had it as the Chris Kidder, but that didn't stick, and it got really annoying trying to explain to people. It's the, like THE, the Chris Kidder. So I changed it to Chris Kidder Comedy. And that works. That seems to work way better. It's helped out a lot. There's no explaining. Now, the only thing I got to explain is it's KIDDER, like, ha 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 ha, you're such a kidder. You know what I mean? Dude, so people say kidder, like KITTER, like kitter. Is it kitter? No, it's Chris Kidder. D is in David, D is in David, D is in death, D is in dumb, ER. You know, my wife just got a piece of mail. I was just upstairs. My wife checked the mail, got the mail. She starts going through it, and she goes, "Look at this. They misspelled her one of her pieces of mail. It's probably junk mail, spam mail, whatever. It said Yvonne Killer. That was the first. Yvonne Killer, KILLER. Like, bitch, you're like 8 letters away in the alphabet, and it's Killer. Like, is that a real last name? Are there people out there with the last name Killer? That would kill. Like, I mean, dude, like. Now I gotta look that up. Are there people out there with the last name Killer? That would have been a great name for Jeffrey. Instead of Jeffrey Dahmer, Jeffrey Killer. I mean, wow. Anyways, I'm gonna work on this. Let's see, I got that, I got the banner, and then I just picked up some work this Friday, so I have to get the paperwork processed. So that's on the agenda tonight. I was supposed to do. It's Monday. I was supposed to do an open mic. I was gonna host one here at my studio. Only one person said they could come, and I'm like, well, I got a lot of work to do, so I don't want to host a mic if 5 people can't show up. Everyone, it's that time of year. It's December. Everyone's busy doing things, so no big deals. I'll keep trying. I'll probably try to have one next Monday as well. But not having one tonight, which is fine. I can be productive in other ways. But I was hoping to do that and run some new material. Also, my boy Stoner Rob out in Vegas came through. So my guy Dan Green and I were going to be going to Wichita, Kansas in January. We're road tripping out there. So 2-day drive out there. Our first night we're going to be in Vegas and just booked a spot for my buddy Dan and I. We're going to be booked in Vegas that Tuesday, January 16th. Then we're trying to find something in Albuquerque, New Mexico on Wednesday, the 17th. And then we'll be in Wichita 18th, 19th, 20th. And then we'll be coming back to LA. Be back in LA by like the 22nd. So yeah, but that's good. That was good news, and we're my buddy's trying to get us on the radio and all that. So we're working, trying to get this new year going. Yeah, and I got my lineup for my show in January, the one I'm going to be producing. I got my boy David Hardy and his wife Marissa Fennell, me of course, my buddy Taylor Moore, my guy Bear Badeau, and then my mentor is going to be headlining, Miguel Rojas. He's going to be headlining the show, so that's going to be fun. I'm just capping it at 6 comics. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't want to go over that because then I've been to so many shows. I've been in shows, but I've also sat as an audience member and just watched hours and hours and hours, countless hours of comedy. And I can say this, when there's more than 8 comedians is like max. But I like 6. It gives the comedians a little more time to work on stage. 8 is okay, but then it tends to run to be a longer show. I think a 90-minute max for a comedy show is good. But I'm capping. So what I'm going to do is have every comic do 10 minutes, and then have my headliner. Miguel's going to do 20, and I'll do that every month. So whoever headlines will get 20 minutes. I think that's good. In LA, it's hard to get more than 10 minutes. So I think it'll be, comedians who are looking for headlining spots. This will be a good spot to work out their material. Yeah, so we'll see. But I got to work on that too. So I got to get that flyer over and get that, start getting stuff together for that show. Got to do the Eventbrite. Got to get that in my email newsletter. And got to get it out to the comics so they can all start marketing it. And yeah, so that is on the docket for today. And then tomorrow's Tuesday, so I'll be going to the Improv tomorrow. And hopefully get some writing done. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, we'll see what happens with tomorrow, but maybe take you guys on the road. I got to get some XLR cables. I was going to order on Amazon. But they go from like a 10-foot cable and then it jumps to 25 feet. Like, why isn't there a 15-foot cable or 20-foot cable? I don't know. I might go to Best Buy and go see if they have any. I could go tomorrow I'm going to be on that side of the hill to go to the Improv. Maybe I'll stop by the Guitar Center because they have a ton of XLR cables. So anyways, all right. Love you. Short video today. Bye.